I know you all were wondering where was the podcast, and I know you're saying, "Hey, what the fuck? The podcast should be here." Well, there was no collision, so we decided we're just gonna do one long, huge episode, and well, here we are. So, yeah, you guys ready to get into whatever this week was?
Yeah,
Yeah. So let's start with NXT, and started with a recap of last week, and I was very confused. I was like, "Wait, why are they recapping last week?" And then I remember that last week was Roadblock. I was like, "Oh, this kind of weird, but okay, cool, whatever." Like it was so random because like they just start showing everything, and I was like, "What? Like was this last week or like this 2 weeks ago?" I was so confused. Like I'm not joking. I was literally sitting there like, "Did I miss a pay per view?" And then I was like, "Wait, no, this is Roadblock." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." All right. So we start off with Roxy beating the shit out of Tatum Paxley. And yeah, she just beat the shit out of Tatum Paxley. There was no fighting back. Like Roxy came out, Tatum came out, and Roxy beat the living shit out of Tatum Paxley. Just like beat the fuck out of her. It was like fucked her up for like 10 straight minutes and then won.
pretty much like a squash.
Yeah, and then Lyra Valkyria with her messed up, jacked up arms comes out and tries to beat up Roxy. And Roxy just like beats her up, and then she tells Ava to make the match. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, she's injured. Like, why would you make the match? And like, they didn't make the match right there. They just kind of like just fucked it off and said nothing. So they're like, all right, whatever. And then we see Metaphor in the back, and they're talking, and all of a sudden, here comes Alpha Academy. And that was very confusing. I had no fucking idea why they came. Like it was so random because I was like, all right, is he flirting with Lash again? Like, what's happening here? And then they were like, no, we have business elsewhere. So I'm even more confused. I'm like, what the fuck is this other business? It was so fucking
But
random.
he was flirting with Lash though. He still was flirting with Lash though. That part is right.
Yeah, he loves Lash. Like, but Lash is now fixated on Trick, which we all know is actually true IRL. So yeah, that's a thing. So
Yep.
then we get Lyra. She's talking to Ava. She's like, dude, just make the match. I don't even care if I'm injured. Just make the match. I want to get my hands on Roxy. It's like, you're going to lose a title because you're injured, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're going to lose a title. It's dumb.
The only way would be if she's getting called up.
I, I'm okay with that, but also Roxy should get called up. Like, both of them should get called up. So, like, this whole thing is just like a moot point. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So then we get Briggs comes out. Briggs just pissed off. He was like, "You beat up my brother last week, and I'm gonna beat your ass, Oba." And so he calls out Oba Femi, and Oba's like, "You don't want this." He's like, "You don't want this at all." So Briggs is like, "No, I do. I want the championship." And then Dijak comes out, and Dijak's like, "All right, I don't care about both of you." And Briggs just says the line that everyone was thinking, but no one had the balls to say. He said, "Why you come out dressed like Shaft?" And Dijak said the line that everyone also was thinking, but no one was going to say. He looked down, looked at his hand, and said, "You do know I'm white, right?" And I just cracked up. I just fucking cracked up. That shit was hilarious.
That came out of nowhere. Like it's obvious, but like it came out of nowhere.
Yes. So this match is now a three-way. It's going to be Briggs, and well, it's not official yet because they make this little dumb thing that, hey, these two have to qualify to get in this triple threat match. I'm tired of this. I'm fucking done with this. No more qualifications to get in any fucking matches. Just let matches happen. Fuck the qualification. If two people start arguing, fuck it. Put them in that match at the pay per view. Do not do this dumb shit where, oh, you guys got to qualify for that match that everybody already wants to see just so we can have time in between. that makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
Like,
like just do it.
yeah, and the funny part about this is Oba's gonna win. Oba's gonna win, but I literally have no idea why you put the skyscrapers against Oba Femi. There's no reason.
So they could do tandem moves and with a tag team. So kind of like how they did in the Iron Survivor. You got like a little taste of it. I think they're gonna do tag team moves and they're gonna start to like each other because after that segment, they still don't like each other. So
Yeah,
like we need to like get them into that team.
yeah, because I have a feeling like I know what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna explain it in a minute. But like, I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen after that match.
Okay.
But then we see Ty Dillinger. I mean, Sean Spears, and he's sitting in a chair and he's talking about, yeah, this is what I want because he was watching the promo, and then behind him, Joe Gacy peeks his head out. So that looks like his next feud, which I don't really know how I feel about it. Not even gonna lie, I don't know.
They're
I
both
don't.
kind of crazy, so it might work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of nervous of like what lengths they're gonna go through, but also kind of intrigued. Like, okay, I want to see this. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so then we get Nathan Frazier and Axiom. They come out because they're going to be in the tag team match. And there was this interview with Nathan Frazier recently, and Nathan Frazier said, yo, I'm kind of nervous facing people in NXT because not a lot of people can keep up with my athletic skills, my speed, and my stamina. And I was like, dude, I mean, like, half of that is right, but like, there are some people out there. He was like, yeah, me and Axiom are like the only two that can keep up, and like, I don't think people can actually keep up with me, so I have to slow down a little just for them. It's like, I kind of think that there are some people in NXT that can wrestle with you, but okay.
Same.
So they wound up fighting two members of the quarter catch crew that was Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne. And this match was like not what I was expecting because I was like, okay, this isn't going to be good because we don't know too much about this Miles Bourne character. And he actually did really good in this match. I was like, the fuck? Like, he hasn't even
Yeah.
wrestled for like weeks. It's like, how the fuck did this dude do good? It was
Like
random.
he fits perfectly for them. Like each one seems like they have their own thing. He's the speed member, like he's the fastest. Not a cruiserweight by any means. He doesn't do high risk, but he's fast.
Yeah, I was really shocked. And like his on the ground wrestling skills was good. I was like, who the fuck is
Mm-hmm.
this kid? Like I haven't seen him wrestle. Like, who the fuck is he? Like, it was crazy. But
Yeah, I like him.
yeah, but they lost, and you know, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. So yeah, then we see like a recap of Mr. Stone talking to Von Wagner, and he's upset that he lost, and he's sad, and it's like, okay, cool, you're sad, whatever, get over it. Like, I honestly don't know where this is going. Like, I don't know where this is going, and I kind of am starting not to care because like it was like it's going one way, and now it just veered off into all these zigzag places, and I'm like, I don't really give a shit about this. Like, how do you feel about this whole thing?
It seems like they're gonna make fucking Stone a heel again. Because remember, they both started off as heels. So it seems like he's gonna turn it against Vaughn and whatever. Like one of those. It's gonna be similar to 1, 2, 3 Kid turning against Razor Ramon, where like, oh, you always there protect me or whatever. Like I could do it myself, and then like he went to $1 Million Man and whatever. Like fuck you, that type of thing.
I I guess, but I'm losing patience for this thing. I'm like, I don't really give a shit about this anymore. So then we got the Wolf Dogs in the back, and then they get confronted by Alpha Academy, and they said, "Hey, we want to be in that tag team match. Well, if we beat you guys next week, we're in it." And I was just like, "This makes no fucking sense." And the Wolf Dogs go, "Okay," and I'm just like, once again, this makes no fucking sense. Like there's no company in this world right now is making any fucking sense on. Okay, I think this should happen or this should happen. None of them are making any fucking sense.
We're random.
Yes. So then we get Brinley Reese versus Sol Ruka, and Sol, she's back, but like she's kind of like not really back to being Sol yet. Like you can see that she's kind of nervous because like she did a couple moves
Yeah,
and like she was like kind of hesitant. You're like, oh, you're just still working out the injury kink. So she beat Brinley Reese, and then she got attacked by Blair Davenport. So they're gonna have that match. But
that's
I
gonna be good.
yeah, like I'm waiting for Soul to get back to normal because you can see like it's just like it's just a matter of hey, I'm a little bit nervous getting back in the ring. You can see her hesitating. It's like you know that she wants to get back to normal, but she still, I fucked my knee up on a random ass move, so I'm trying to be cautious. It's like once she gets back to like fearless Soul, it's like, oh yeah, she's gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah, could only take like a few matches. Like her feel her groove again.
Yeah, because like I've always had a soft spot for her because like she could do some crazy stuff like that fucking Soul Snatcher. Like, yeah, like fucking great. That's what like
That alone is worth it.
yeah, because like when she hit Brinley Reese, this like when she hit her, it was so awesome that the cameraman didn't even catch it. Like it just came completely out of nowhere. It was just like flap. The cameraman was off. They had to go back on the replay and get the second cameraman that was on the ground and get it from his perspective. It was like, that's fucking crazy. Like it just came out of nowhere and it was so quick that you were like, the fuck, I missed it. The other dude had to come in and get it. It was like, damn. So
That's how crazy this shit is.
yeah, so then we had a backstage with Gigi and Ariana Grace, and Gigi is now being called Gianna by Ariana Grace because she wants to make her the NXT Mrs. NXT in training. So she's gonna glam her up. Eh.
I'm gonna hate that.
I really want to see how this plays out. I just want to see how this plays out. I feel like it's gonna be funny, but I hope it's really funny. Like not just like eh. I hope it's like hilarious funny. So
Yeah,
they had a little thing with Ridge, and Ridge just said that he didn't do whatever he wanted to do, wasn't paying attention. And he was like, yeah, something, something, something. I was like, all right, cool. All right. And then we moved on to the Don, who was talking about how he's going to beat up Ilya Dragunov, and he now got his consigliere, Louis Crucifino. And then Ilya Dragunov was like, dude, you left me on a bridge, and I had nothing but time to think. All I did was think. So all I thought about was beating you up in ways to make you hurt. It's like, okay, well, fuck. Like that was a dumb thing, Tony. Like you fucked up. And then they say, well,
yeah,
next week it's going to be Two Stacks versus Dragunov. And Two Stacks like, yeah, I'm doing it. And Ilya Dragunov was like, I'm going to kill Two Stacks. I'm like, dude, like you don't put him against fucking Dragunov. Dragunov's going to murder this kid.
that's it for his backup. And then like watch the following week, it's gonna be him versus the other one, and like he's gonna have no backup.
Dude, like, I've saw so many training videos of Ilya Dragunov that it's just like, literally like, it's like one of those training videos that people post on Twitter and people be like, what is he training for? And everybody in wrestling is like, there's no way in hell that you should be doing this for wrestling. Like, you shouldn't be putting 9 weights on your fucking back, doing one arm push ups like that. There's no way. It's like, no, that's happening. Like, what?
Fucking monster.
Yes, a fucking sick monster. And it's like, people want to wrestle him. Like, I understand why Kenny wants to wrestle him. Like, yeah. So then we get a backstage with Riley Osborne, and he's saying, hey, Thea, I'm glad that you're back to normal. And they're flirting. And he's getting ready for his match, which is a match against a member of the Quarter Catch crew, we don't know which one until the match starts. And it's for the Heritage Cup Championship. Ooh. And it's like, Charlie Dempsey was the one who won it, but he wrestled earlier, so he's not going to do double duty. You have two more members, and they're like, you don't know which one is going to be. And Renegade literally just goes, oh, it's going to be Drew Gulak. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, I predicted that one. I missed the tag team one because I thought it was gonna be something totally different. But the one-on-one match I got.
Yeah, like you predicted that one. Then they showed a fucking TikTok videos of Kamara Petrovic, and she's like training, like being all fucking MMA shit, and she's talking about fucking Lola Vice. And Lola Vice posts her training video. And the funny part is like they wrestled like weeks ago, like matter of fact, months ago. They wrestled over this same thing. Like they had a little Twitter beef about who's the best fighter. They had a match. Lola won. Now they're back to having this match again about the same shit. And it's like, okay, I'm not mad at it, but okay. Because also, where the fuck has Lola been?
Yeah, she's been gone for a minute, right?
Yep. And now she's back and she's going to beat up Kamara Petrovic. And it's like, okay, cool. So then we had the match Drew Gulak versus Riley Osborne. And Drew wins for his team because Thea gets distracted by JC, which distracts Riley, and he fucks up and he loses. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Like, this I felt was like, yeah, sure. Like, that made no sense, but sure, whatever. Because, like, why the fuck did you get distracted? Like, I understand that's your girlfriend, but, like, none of those girls were going to get in the ring and fuck you up, so you should have just kept paying attention. Like, they weren't even loud. The funny part, they weren't loud. They just distracted them. And,
Basically, like he could have continued. Fuck
yeah,
it.
then we had Brooks. Fallon Henley was trying to talk to him, and Brooks was like, dude, I don't want to hear it. I fucked up. I think just need some time alone. So now he's going to go find his new character. But while he was outside, Kalani Jordan shows up, and she was like, yo, where are those girls? Because I'm going to beat them up. And Fallon's like, dude, you're by yourself. Yeah, well, I want to go beat them up by myself. And she's like, listen, I'll help you. And she was like, okay, cool. And like it was the funniest shit because like that was literally the way she said it. Because like she's like, dude, you're by yourself. And she's like, yeah, you're right. She was like, I'll help you. Okay, cool. Like it was just all sadness. There was no excitement or nothing. It was like, okay, I'm stupid. It's like, that's not how you should make this girl feel, but okay.
That's how it came across. Like I'm stupid.
Yeah, it was like so sad. Like, damn, dude. Like I felt bad for Kalani. Like you had an idea, but you didn't think this one through. You was like, oh, I'm dumb.
Could you imagine they through with it and like it was her versus the both of them?
I would have been happy. So then we get Ava, and she tells Thea, I'll give you a tag match next week with you and Fallon Henley versus JC and Jasmine Nix. And then Ava tells Duke, she's like, Duke, I have a match for you next week, and if you win, you can face the North American champion. It's like, dude, come on, he's not winning. Like, I'm sorry, Duke, you're not winning.
He's not, but out of everybody like Oba family has faced so far,
Mm-hmm.
he's the biggest competition because like just about the same size. He ain't winning. He ain't winning. I ain't saying that, but like he give him a little bit more competition than someone like Lexus King. You know.
Brooks is the same size as Obafemi, and so is Dijak. Like, they're all big guys.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be even like better bangers. But like, yeah, like fucking Duke will do all right for himself.
Okay,
It's not gonna be a squash.
but Duke has to beat Dijak to get in. Like, if Duke beats Dijak, then he gets in. But if he loses, Duke's out. Once
Oh,
again,
he's not beating Dijak. Never mind.
yeah, once again, it's one of them dumbass. You got to beat these persons to get in with these persons, and then this person gets in with this person. Just like how fucking Tank and Hank lost to the OC, and now the OC is going to that triple threat or four way at Stand and Deliver. And it's like, okay. So here's the funny part, right? They
Hmm?
won. And like there's something that happens on SmackDown that like they were in a match and everybody's like, oh my God, there's your chance for them to go to WrestleMania. And it's like, did y'all not see NXT where they won and are going to fucking Stand and Deliver already? What are you talking about? Like, none of this made sense. Like, once again, none of this makes sense. Like, every fucking tournament in wrestling, none of it makes sense. No one has booked a good tournament. Everybody said, hey, we're at WrestleMania season. We give no fucks about anything. Like, nothing. Like, nothing. Even down to the fucking Ring of Honor Women Television Title Championship tournament. Yeah, like I said, all of that because it's fucking crazy. Like no one knows exactly what the fuck was going on. No one even knew the tournament was going on, and they literally hype up a match with fucking Red Velvet and Queen Aminata. They're like, oh, they're gonna have a match, yay! And it's in the tournament, and we don't know if this is the finals. And then we find out, no, the finals are Queen Aminata and Billy Starks. And it's like, so what the fuck did you hype up another match for that had nothing to do with anything? It wasn't even close to the finals. What are you talking? This whole every tournament right now is fucking insane. Every tournament is insane. Back to NXT, we have Kiana James, Izzy Dane, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix all talking, and they're all talking as a team and they're being cool. So I'm like, okay, that means I know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to have another team, which is going to be Thea, Fallon Henley, Kalani Jordan, and they just need one more person because
Yeah.
Fallon Henley has been partners for Thea, and now she's partners for Kalani. So when they have the 8 person, they're going to need another woman. I don't know who it's going to be though.
Yeah, I can't think of nobody either. I was gonna say somebody, but yeah, that person probably busy. The other Thea, I forget her name right now.
Brinley Reese.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. So I was actually wrong. It's going to be Duke Hudson versus Briggs and Dijak versus Sean Spears. So those are the qualifying matches to get into the triple threat for the North American Championship.
Why you said you was wrong? You're still right because Duke is not winning that match.
Yeah. So then we get to the main event, and it's Trick versus Noam Dar. This was such a good match, and the bad part about it was Noam Dar beat the living shit out of Trick to the point where like I actually thought Dar was gonna win, and Trick just hits his finisher knee and just nails him, just knocks him the fuck out. I was like, God damn, he knocked him clean the fuck out, and it was over.
Which is called a trick shot. I like the name.
Yes, and then he calls out Mello, and the security comes out, and the security surrounds the ring, and then Mello's music hits, and some dude standing there, and it's supposed to be Mello. And I'm just like, that's not Mello. Part of me, like, not even joking, part of me thought that somebody was going to run in from behind and the security just was going to
Yeah.
let him in. But Renegade called last week that, oh, Trick was the security. Well, this week, Mello was the security. So you called that.
Yeah,
And
halfway.
yeah, and Mello laid out Trick, so we're on our way to Stand and Deliver. Once
Who was
again,
the guy under the hoodie though?
I don't know. And the funny part is like it had like people were joking, oh, is this person, this person. Even Dijak was like, oh, it's me. And like there's like nobody was like, dude, it's like no one knows who it was. It was random.
Did Dijak forget that he was white again?
Yes, he did. He did. And it was so bad because like Somebody even said Mello doesn't even have those abs, and it's like, well, then who the fuck is this person? Like, no one knows. It
Because I was
was,
gonna say they kind of had the same body type, but then I'm absolutely wrong because like they were standing next to each other in like a backstage picture,
mm-hmm.
and you still can't see the guy's face. But yeah, the abs, the guy's a little bit shorter, you know. So no idea who it is.
Yeah, and they didn't even leak who this is, and I was just like, okay, I have no fucking idea who this is. So yeah,
Hopefully it's a next week thing.
hopefully, hopefully. So now we go to AEW Raw because this was a 3 hour show. Now, here's the funny part about this. It was a 3 hour show, and you know how people always complain about, oh, Raw's 3 hours. Maybe if the wrestling was better, then we could watch the 3 hours. But like the 3 hours is really long for a crappy show. Well, apparently, it still sucks no matter what show it is. No show should be 3 fucking hours. Because people was like, dude, like, like all this wrestling was really good, but like 3 hours is too fucking long. Like, holy shit. Like, yeah, like, so everybody was bitching about Raw all the time. Was like, oh, is this too long? It sucks. It's like AEW gave you 3 hours, and they're like, you know what? And nah, it's not for me, dog. Just like 2 hours maximum. That's it. Not for me. Like, told you.
Basically,
So it started. They're in Canada. We get Christian coming to the building. We get Edge coming to the building, and then we get Okada pulling up in a Ferrari. Okada pulls up in a Ferrari, and he's there. And the funny part is, like, that's basically the same kind of car he has back in Japan. He just like pulled up, and it was like, yeah, no, that's Okada. So then we get Tony Schiavone in the ring, and here comes Mercedes Monet to tell us exactly what she told us last week. But also now, this time, I have a video package of all the stuff I told you last week. Guys, watch the video package.
that
Same thing.
that she apparently made. By the way, that's a big thing. She made it.
Yeah, she made it. But like the funny part is like you literally said the same thing you said last week, how you're happy to be here. You're going to do this global revolution, this and that. And it's like, okay, where's the part where we start to find out who you're gonna fight? And she starts talking about Willow and how like she wanted to fight Willow, but before she could fight Willow, Sky Blue and Julia Hart came out, and then they showed up and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna fuck you up." So they start trying to fuck her up, and they get chairs, but then here comes Willow and Chris Statlander, and so it's the three of them versus Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and then Willow has a chair, and she's right behind Mercedes, and she looked like she's going to hit Mercedes, and she's thinking about it. She's literally thinking about it. She wants to. Mercedes like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I don't know." Here's the thing: if you peeped it, you know. If you peeped it, you know. Willow had on a black shirt. Chris Statlander had on a white shirt. If you know, you know. Like it was all right there. And it's like, oh, okay, okay. So
Long term storytelling on top of that too.
yes. So then we have a backstage with the Young Bucks and Okada and Alex Marvez, and fucking Matt Jackson says that Alex Marvez should address him in his native tongue, Japan, and he goes, "Dude, I'm on my 160th day Duolingo streak." And he says something miso, which is like water. And Okada was like, "Oh, water. Yeah, I got it." And he says, "Alex Marvez, learn Japanese next time." And he's like, "Okay." The funny part is like Okada is just like he's just so perfectly like I was worried about him coming to America and like getting lost into like the normalness of America. And he's like, "No, I perfectly fit here. Like I perfectly fit here." He's like, "Yeah, this is just kind of what I feel like I should be doing." The only thing about it is like we're not getting great Okada matches. He wrestled Eddie Kingston. This match was good, but this isn't like the typical Okada matches. I heard somebody say that this Okada match was like a structured, tailored television Okada match, which is rare for Okada to do, but this is a television match. And it's like, you know what? This was kind of like a television match for Okada, but like I'm used to like the all out just wrestling this fucking ass off Okada. And I'm gonna have to get used to this week to week kind of Okada version. Like not even the Okada, but just kind of Okada. And just I don't know if I get used to it. Probably won't. But what did you
You
think of
probably
it?
won't, most definitely.
What did you think of this match?
It was okay. The match itself was good. I'm kind of iffy on the ending. Like, yeah, like I don't know what to think of the ending.
I'm not. I'm gonna explain it. And if guys, I totally forgot to talk about Eddie Kingston's new ring wear. He has new ring gear, so he looks more like a wrestler. And so during the match, they cut back to the Young Bucks and Tony Khan in the backs producing the match, and they cut back to him like 2 or 3 times, and it's like, oh, yeah, they're really heels. Okay, don't really care. Sure. So Okada beats Eddie Kingston, and he's the new Continental Classic champion. So why aren't you happy that he's the new Continental Classic champion?
I don't sound that happy, but I'm in between because like it was like his first one-on-one match, so of course he should have won. At the same token, Eddie should have had like those 3 belts longer. They made such a big deal
Oh,
out of the Triple
whoa,
Crown or
whoa, whoa, whoa,
whatever.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, pal. Who said that he lost all 3 belts?
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
They should like they made such a big deal out of him having all 3 belts and yada yada yada, and now he lost one. So what was the whole big deal of him like having all 3? Like now, like it doesn't even matter no more. Like he had it what, a month or two?
No, he had it since December. So he had it 3 months. And
Okay, like still like should have had it longer. I think.
I mean, he should have, but like they painted themselves in a corner, so they were like, "Fuck it, this is what we're gonna do." So they painted themselves in the
Yeah,
corner. They gave him the title, and they didn't want to give Okada the New Japan Strong title because he just left that fucking place and got mad heat, and nobody really fucks with him over there. So it's like, fuck it. Like, all right, like,
exactly. Now keep in mind, I would feel the same way if Kingston would have won
mm-hmm,
because same fucking thing. Like Okada first one-on-one match, so you can't have him lose either. Either way, you're fucked.
exactly. But at least Eddie keeps his title, and now Eddie is going to face Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Championship at Ring of Honor pay per view. It was like, okay, so he's
Yeah.
going to lose all his belts, so fuck it, whatever, who cares? And then after the match, Pac comes out and Pac challenges Okada, so that's setting up the Pac and Okada match that I wanted at Dynasty. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny because a lot of people was like, they was like, oh my god, I didn't know this match was coming. It's like, did y'all not watch like that first time when Pac came back and just like slid in his face and like that was it? Like that was it right there. It was like they just pre-showed you what's going on. Like this is it. And they're like, nah, fuck it. Like, oh my god, I didn't know this was a match. All right, shut up, guys. Shut up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because your memory is better than mine. Didn't he, and by he I mean Pac,
Mm-hmm.
literally say he wanted to face Okada and whatever with that whole segment with like both teams or whatever.
Yes, that's exactly what he said. But everybody like gets very selective memory, so fine. So
Okay.
then we have a backstage with Willow, Chris Statlander, Stokely, and Mercedes comes up. And Chris Statlander introduces herself to Mercedes and says, I'm glad that you're here. She was like, I just wanted to say hi. And she said, well, I'm here. And like Stokely's being all nice. And then Willow's over there and she about to say something to her and she just walks off. And then Stokely's like, he's like, what's wrong? And Willow's about to say something. He's like, it's fine. You already broke her ankle. She's like, shut up.
Stokely is so fucking funny.
That is hilarious. So then we had Hook versus Jericho, and Hook fucked Jericho up, and Jericho lost. Now everybody is like, this is how we get the Jericho defenders. And like they made a good point, but at the same time, they didn't make a good point. So everybody talks about how Jericho never puts anybody over. Jericho never puts anybody over. Like, and then Jericho, they're saying, oh, this is why Jericho did this because he wants to prove people wrong because he does put people over. He puts everybody over. And it's like, we all have been saying the same thing. You put these people over, then what? And it's just like Jericho never makes anybody. Like him winning this, like winning against somebody means, I mean, losing against somebody means nothing. It means crap. It means dog shit. And then somebody, once again, once one of the Jericho defenders pointed out, was like, well, it's not his fault. Like he lost the match. It's up to the booker to make the person better. Like that's their problem. It's not Jericho's problem. It's the Booker's problem. Jericho did the right thing. The Booker did wrong. And it's like, oh, so you're admitting Tony Khan fucked up. He did this and didn't make it better for the person. Oh. Like, so you're admitting Tony Khan doesn't always book the best, but also, like, still, Jericho is still like a piece of shit. He always wants to get in there with every fucking person. Like, I want to wrestle this guy. I want to wrestle this guy. And people are like, I don't really want to fucking wrestle you. No. I'm going to make you better. I don't really want to fucking wrestle you. Like, him losing the Hook nothing happens. Like, nothing happens. Hook's going to be the same person in like 3 months, and you're going to be like, oh, so what was that whole Jericho thing? Like, whatever.
No, the scary part, he'll probably be even worse than what he is now. Because once again, look at X Andretti.
True. And then we get fucking Adam Cole, and he's doing story time with Adam Cole, baby. And he's talking about Wardlow, how you let us down. You were supposed to win the title. You ain't shit. The only way you get back in our good graces is if you help everybody else keep their titles. And I'm just sitting there like, we did this before with MJF. This is the whole MJF storyline all over again. Like, is there any other stories you can tell with Wardlow? Like, is there? Because, like, I feel like they're like, nope, Wardlow, we have nothing to do with you. So we're going to make you do the same story over again. And you're going to do it over again until we get it right. And it's like, well, just put the title on him and it would be right. And like, no, we don't want to do that. So we're just going to tell these stories until he gets right. Like, the fuck is the point? What is the point?
The company doesn't have writers. That's why, like, or someone that will remember. You shit like that. Like, they have worse memory than me.
Yeah, it was so bad. And then we get Jericho in the back says, next week, Hook, like, you proved to me that you're strong. Well, next week, I have something to ask you. And everybody immediately goes, they're going to be a tag team. And I just fucking yell at this TV because it's like, you stupid fucks, we have a tag team tournament, tag team title tournament. And they're just like, nah, we're not even going to put them in it, but we're going to have them as a tag team so they can face the winners of the tag team title tournament. It's just like, I hate everything about a tournament. Any tournament, anytime anybody brings up a tournament within these next 3 months,
Wait,
I'm going to be pissed. What?
like, I just remembered. He's still technically a number one contender for those.
I know.
So,
I know. This is really bad. I hate it. So,
yeah.
then we get Happy Bruv. Because Happy Bruv comes out and he's so happy. And he's just talking about Brian Danielson. Like he's the most happiest motherfucker I've ever seen. Like he must be getting paid out the fucking ass. Because he comes out fucking doing the heel click thing when you jump up and you click your heels jumping up, just smiling, just doing everything. This motherfucker is happiest motherfucker I've ever seen in the world. Like I've never seen Will this fucking happy. I've never. He is extremely happy, bro.
He's what Happy Corbin was, but not in gimmick. Like,
Yes.
this shit's real. He really is happy.
Like he's so happy, and then he tells everybody about his life and what he's gonna do and how he's gonna beat the shit out of Brian Danielson. And Brian Danielson wanted to do everything he did. And he said, well, I'm going to do everything you did because I'm going to face Shibata next week. I'm just like, okay, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you're just going to give that away on free TV? He's like, yeah, on Dynamite, it's going to be me versus Shibata. I'm like, seriously, like, they're just giving this shit away like candy. Like, all of these fucking random ass dream matches, they're like, no, we're just doing it. And once again, yes, people, yes, there's no story, but sometimes, like every now and then, a good match just outweighs a fucking story. Like, oh, this is a great story. This is a great match I wanted to see. And it's like every now and then, not all the time, every now and then. And this is what AEW is for. It's just like, hey, we don't really have a story. Hey, these two guys you really wanted to see wrestle? Here's a match. Oh, okay. All right. Like, I'm not going to complain about the match, but I'm going to complain about how we got to the match. Yeah, we just threw it together. Like, here you go. Fuck it. Okay.
You think he's going to be happy after that match?
Oh, he's going to be fucking happy. He's going to be fucking happy. He's going to get the shit beat out of him, but he's going to be fucking happy. So then we had a match that I'm totally fucking confused at the ending because it was Mariah May and Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. And so the match ends with Thunder Rosa pinning Toni Storm. So that sets up a match for Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm to finally have their match. But it also pissed off Deonna Purrazzo, so now she's angry and she wants to beat up Thunder Rosa. And it's like, okay. And I swear to God, if this happens, I'm going to be pissed. And you know that I'm going to come on this podcast and yell about it and scream about it. Because I have this weird feeling that Tony Khan's going to say, you know what? I'm going to make a match between Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. The winner gets to face Toni Storm for the title. I lied to you not. They're going to do it, and I'm going to be pissed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to be here next week on this podcast. Because guaranteed this is going to happen next week.
Dude, like, it's because it's just like, it's so fucking basic. It's like, Thunder Rosa pinned her. Let her get the title shot. Yes, they can have dissension. Let her get the title shot. Let them just have regular dissension. All right, fuck it. We just got beef. Yes, cool, fine. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care. Don't care.
Yeah, because then like later on they could have their one-on-one.
Exactly. So then we get Swerve, who said he wants to face a big guy. He faced Butcher, and he beats Butcher. So all of a sudden, Don Callis comes out and says, Swerve, outside of the Don Callis family, you and Takeshita have the same record. Why the fuck are you putting a qualifier on it? He lost. So why the fuck are you putting a qualifier on it? No, I'm putting a qualifier on it because outside of the Don Callis family, he's never lost. He's like, fuck you. And he's like, so Takeshita is going to be Takeshita versus Swerve, and the winner goes for the title at Dynasty. And it's like, oh my God. Like, and also Swerve won with a submission move just like to piss off Samoa Joe. So the winner of Swerve and Takeshita is going to face Joe at Dynasty. I don't even know, man. Like nothing is ever clear cut anymore. It's just like, oh, this one thing is happening. It's like, no, it's not. Like you're wrong. It's not.
Everything needs some sort of fuckery.
Yes, and speaking of fuckery, we get to the main event of Dynamite, and it's Christian Cage versus Edge, and they're having a street fight, and everything is happening. Just shit, everything is just going. They put on fucking hockey stuff. They have a hockey fight. They were in Toronto in their hometown. It's just going, and it ends when fucking Christian Cage is in the corner. And Edge is kicking him in the balls. He hits him with the spike bat. Christian still doesn't give up. And then he tells Christian, I'm going to hit you in the head. And Christian says, I quit. And I just was like, I swear to God, that was the stupidest fucking finish in the world. And people are like, no, it made sense. It did not make sense. You got hit in the
How the
balls.
fuck did that make sense? Exactly.
Like you
I
got
would have quit that first kick.
exactly like, and then when he hit you in the balls with a spike bat, I would have been like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm out." Like that's exactly what I said. I would have been like, "I'm out." No, no, I'm gonna be out because you hit me in the head with a spike bat. And it's like, Doug, what kind of dumb shit is that?
And the funny part, talking to you like minutes before, I told you, you know what this match needs? It needs a fucking Tommy Dreamer, Louis Spicoli like spot, whatever from ECW. Kind of, sort of. This was what it was, but he should have fucking gave up with the fucking nut shots.
Exactly. And now Edge is the new TNT champion, and he's so happy. I'm just like, okay, cool. And Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic was there to help him out. So yeah, all right, cool. Edge is the two-time
As long
TNT
as he
champion.
drops it to fucking Garcia, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know about that because they're gonna probably give him his win back. So yeah. So then we have the Ass Boys, and they're in the pool and they're talking. And then we have Jay White who's doing gardening, and he's talking about how they killed Darby, and now they're gonna move on to something. Probably they're gonna fight the Acclaimed or whatever. They don't care. And it's funny because in the background, if you're not paying attention, Juice walks by. Like they don't acknowledge him. You just see his fuzzy hair and he just walks by. And you're like, what the fuck? This is one of them random ass things. Like, what the fuck? So,
So he's back. Okay.
yes. So then the Acclaim, they come out and they basically say that they accept this challenge and they're going to beat the shit out of them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I don't really care about this. And
My understanding, it was title for title. That's the way I understood it. I could be wrong about that.
no, I think it is. I just don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah.
This whole Bang Bang Scissor Gang thing was just, yeah, it wasn't for me. I'm over it. So speaking of Darby, Darby just like I kind of want him to meet God so he can stop doing shit because Darby launched a fucking car over a bunch of other cars. Your foot is broken, pal. Like you just like come on, like just sit the fuck down. We want to watch you wrestle, and you're like, nah, fuck it. I just want to get fucked up. And he just launches his car over another car. Luckily, he's okay, but you got a broken foot, and you're just like, fuck it.
I wanna die.
That's basically his fucking life. It's just like, dude, please stop. Like, I just want you to be okay. Like, I'm concerned about your actual well being. Like, the fuck? So then we had the Zestfriends versus the Don Callis family. And of course, the Zestfriends won is in that stupid tournament because this is also a wild card match. And I know people are like, wait, what the fuck kind of show is this? We're on Rampage now. Sorry, guys. Rampage is on. So the Zestfriends win. They advance in the tournament. Then we get Takeshka, and Takeshka beats some dude, just some random ass dude. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Didn't care. We get Edge in the back partying, and he's so excited that he won the championship. It's like that happened like 30 minutes ago. Why are we still celebrating this? So
He's still happy, I guess.
I guess. So then we get Rocky Romero versus Takeshka. Had a really good match. Takeshka won because Takeshka is going to face Swerve, so we can't let him lose. And I mean, Rocky's good when Rocky wants to wrestle, and Rocky wanted to wrestle, and they tore it up. And did you like this match?
Yeah, it's good.
So then we get to the main event, a street fight with Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Willow and Chris Statlander. First 5 minutes of this just literally was like, this needs to stop. This needs to fucking stop. They put Julia Hart, little self, through a chair. Not guys like through like you know how you sit down. They stuck her in between that. hit her with like a backbreaker. Willow leg dropped her, and I'm like, okay, dude, can we not do this? They fucking slammed her in the chair. I'm like, can we stop? They do some shit. They fuck up Sky Blue, and I'm like, okay, can we like not do this? And it just kept getting
And
worse and worse. Sky Blue did a
and
fuck.
Julia just came back from a fucking injury too, like undisclosed. I want to say, like, but I want to say for real, it was a back injury,
Yes,
if not a fucking leg injury. But still, like, they went in a little bit too hard in this match.
way too hard. And then Sky Blue does a fucking code blue on an announce table. The announce table does not fucking break. And Sky, you can just see Sky Blue in so much pain, and it's just like, oh my god. They did a spot
Willow
with
too.
yes, Willow was fucking out. They did a thumbtack spot. They did every fucking thing in the world. They did everything in the world. And I'm not saying this match was bad by no means. This match was great, but this match was just fucking brutal. This match was awesome. It just was really fucking brutal because every fucking 5 seconds I'm like, oh my god, somebody died. Oh my god, somebody died. It was so good. It was brutal. It's just like I was concerned for everyone's safety, but like, holy shit, this match was good.
Part of me even thought that Stokely was gonna get it.
Yeah, like that would have been so fun. And it won by Chris Statlander tapping out the Julia Hart. So now I'm thinking that Julia Hart is probably going to face Mercedes at the pay-per-view. So
Yeah,
yeah, like, but they went in and like bravo for the girls because like they main evented, but it was just so like it was just to the point that everyone won, and like not everyone won, but Julia Hart and Sky Blue won. They could not get up. It was over. Like they couldn't get up. Like to the point where like Julia's on the floor holding the title, and like they're trying to help her up, and she's like, "Just give me a minute." Sky Blue is being attended to, and she's like, "No, I can't do it." Willow is out. Chris Statlander is like, "Dude, I know I just fucking submitted, but I just went through like 8 chairs. I cannot fucking move." Everybody was just done. And it was like, "Yeah, the match is over, guys. Like, I don't care. We are fucked." That's how crazy it was. Like, I
it's
loved
gonna
it.
be like that fucking Rock versus Cena. Never before, never again. We're not doing this shit again.
Yeah, like it was so good. I loved it. So that was Dynamite and Rampage. So now we're going to New Japan because the New Japan Cup is over. It's officially over. And the House of Torture got their ass beat, and I can commend them for doing this because all of the hate for the House of Torture, hate for the House of Torture, hey, they keep ruining matches, they keep ruining matches, they keep ruining matches. When they got eliminated officially from the tournament, it's like they're gone. Like the crowd fucking erupted. So they're gone, and we get down to the finals, which is Yota Tsuji versus Goto. And the match was really good, and I kind of the person I wanted won because I wanted Suji to win, and I kind of am like deep down in my heart, kind of was like, well, I kind of want Goto to win because Goto was like, yeah, I dedicate this to my father, and Goto was like, yo, y'all remember when I won the cup years ago? Like I was on fire and I was one of the best, and I did this, and Goto like had me hyped. Was like, yeah, I remember Goto, like you was fucking killing it back then. And then he lost to Suji, and now Suji's going to take on Naito, which is his stablemate, which rarely happens in New Japan. But I'm like, all of this needs to happen. Like we need to, everything that's happening needs to happen because this needs to be a refresh. Like nothing against Naito, and I want to do this because I want to fuck some fans at the same time. But like nothing against Naito, I want him to lose the title to Suji. Like if he loses the title to Suji, then we don't get to go into Chicago in a few weeks and have John Moxley versus Naito for the world title. But because John Moxley is going to be in a 6-man on that same show that Naito is going to defend the title, I have this weird feeling that Naito is going to keep the title and Moxley is going to come out at the end and say, "Me and you, that fucking capital punishment, and I'm going to beat you for that title." And then Moxley's going to win the title, and the fucking AEW fans are gonna be so happy that Moxley wins that title, and I'm just gonna be pissed off because once again, death by 1,000 cuts. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was going to ask you, didn't he win it before? But that was the U.S. title.
Yes, he never won the world title, but he wins it once again. Death by 1,000 cuts. So we go to Monday Night Raw. So Raw starts off with Cody coming out of the fucking Cody bus, and he's doing his whole entire Spider-Man 3. And if you know, you know. Like there's a lot to say. If you know, you know. So the show opens up with Jey Uso. Jay's like, yo, my brother. And then Jimmy comes out. And they basically say, yo, listen, I want you back. I want to be with you again. Like, I want this to go back to normal. And Jimmy's like, no, I did this for you. He was like, I did this for you. I did this to protect you. And this is protect you from everything. Like, look at you now. You wouldn't have none of this if it wasn't for me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then Jimmy says something, and I'm just like, okay, why? Like, Jimmy just goes, yeah, but not like, no matter what happened, you won the titles with somebody else, and that hurt me. And it's like, that doesn't matter. Like, you just said you did this to make him better. So him winning the titles with somebody else, why does that hurt you? You did this for him. So that was part of his journey. Why does that matter? And then, like, you can see, like, he just got pissed off because he won the tag titles with somebody else. And it's like, you just said you wanted him to grow. So he's like, yeah, he grew with a tag. Like, I don't know. And then they started fighting, and Cody came out to help him. I was just like, that was so stupid. I mean, it was a line, but, like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah.
Then the whole, like, fucking, he left the bloodline, meaning meaning Jimmy left the bloodline because Jay left it. It was the other way around.
Yes, it was backwards. Like I said, the only thing that made sense was like Jimmy saying, I did this so you could be better because I didn't want you to become Roman. I wanted you to be better. So that's why I got rid of you. That's why I did this. And it's like, yes, that makes sense. Nothing else made sense after that. It was like, I'm mad because you won the tag titles and I don't want to be back with you. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. So then we get a Paul Heyman backstage with Adam Pearce, and he says, he said, I'm not here to cause any trouble. He was like, I didn't know those two were here, but I'm here because, because Roman said so. And he's like, okay, I guess you can stay. Whatever. So then we had a qualifying match to get into the pay-per-view that you don't win unless you get in. It's fucking crazy.
Qualifier.
Crazy. Yes. And it was the Creed Brothers versus DIY, which was a great fucking match. And DIY wins, so the Creeds are out, DIY's in. And I've heard a bunch of people bitching, like, why aren't the Creeds going to WrestleMania? It's like, dog, they have time. I know that they just got here. They're fucking great. They're going to be in WrestleMania eventually. It doesn't matter. Just let DIY go to WrestleMania.
Not only that, when they get there, they're going to win the titles there too. So
yeah. Fun. So then we have this backstage with Andrade and the Judgment Day, and he has like a face-to-face with Priest, and to me it's like, they're setting up a singles match for later on. Like, all right.
Yep.
So Dom keeps trying to get him to join the Judgment Day, keep getting him to come with them, and I feel like he's not, but at the same time, I kind of see something, but like I still see everybody getting screwed, and I'll explain that later on because there's something that I'm like, everybody's getting screwed off of this. Like that's how I feel like, because it's like a little something that I see that like if it plays out, I'm like, everybody's getting screwed off of this one. So then we had the TikTok Toxic Tag Team versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And in the middle of the match, fucking Casey Catanzaro injures her leg. And she's like, "Oh," and the ref's checking on her. And Candice is like, "No, fuck this, I'm tagging in." And just fucks her up and makes her submit. It was like, "Yay, we won! Woo, Indy, look, we won!" And he's like, "Dude,
She was so happy.
yes." And he was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" She was like, we won, yay!" I'm like, I love this Candice. Like, this Candice is perfect. She's just a fucking asshole. I love it.
Like
So,
she gives no fucks.
none at all. So, then they announced the Bray Wyatt documentary that's coming out on April 1st on Peacock. It's narrated by The Undertaker. And it's basically going to take a whole behind the scenes look at everything Bray Wyatt has done. And it's just like a full on documentary. And it's going to be emotional.
Yeah.
So then we had Spider-Man 2 Cody come out. And I like, for some reason, I knew this was going to happen because he had kind of like alluded to being this kind of person like on Twitter earlier. And I was like, I don't know if he's going to do it. But no, he came out and he talked that shit. He talked that shit. He talked about Roman being on, like he said, you were on the board of directors and you put yourself into this. He said he had little dick syndrome. He called him a bitch. He he went off on Roman. I mean, not Roman. He went off on The Rock. That's what I mean. He went off on The Rock.
Yeah, at this point, no one gives a shit about fucking Roman.
Yeah, and Cody was just going like this, like restored, like this got to the point where like Cody was going so far off on The Rock that it made me go, so why aren't they having a match at WrestleMania? Why isn't it Cody versus The Rock? Like, why isn't this a thing?
They
So
feel like that's going to be the final thing.
he keeps calling it the final. He keeps calling him the final boss, and like he's the final boss. But like I've said before, like I don't feel like he's the final boss. I feel like Roman is still the final boss because he's the champion. But we'll talk about a little bit of the fucking Roman Cody thing later. But I'm I Paul Heyman comes out and Paul Heyman says, "Hey, Roman wants to see you one on one, face to face on Friday." So Cody walks in the back and he sees Jey Uso, and Jay's like, "Dog, you're not even gonna trust him and go one on one, right?" Like, well, and Cody's like, "Well, Roman said to trust him." He's like, "Dog, I'm part of the bloodline. I know." He's like, "Oh, well, you know." And then he just walks off. He was like, "I'm just gonna do what I gotta do." We had Ricochet versus Dominic because Rhea said, "Dom, you gotta get your revenge because JD lost the fucking Ricochet last week, so you gotta get your revenge." So Ricochet beats Dominic. Now he beat both of Judgment Day, so it looks like he's gonna find a partner and then he's gonna face Judgment Day.
Did you notice Dom like seemed a little bit pissed off about that too?
Yes. So then we had this thing that I actually really like. We had Samuel Zenon and Chad Gable. And Sammy walks up to Chad and is like, "Dude, like, I want to apologize for last week." He was like, "It's just not my business." And Chad's like, "All right, whatever." And Sammy's like, "No." He's like, "No, I know." He was like, "I know you got something on your mind. Just say it." He was like, "No, whatever." He was like, "Come on, man. Don't be like that." He was like, "It's me." And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "But you beat Gunther and all of it. Like, you going to face Gunther and whatever. But to me, it means more." And Sammy's like, "Dog," we're like, "Hold up, what the fuck, man?" He was like, "That's not fair. That's not fair to me. I got a fucking kid." He's like, "I got a family." He was like, "I have everything." He's like, "I got exactly what you have." He was like, "It's not fair to me either." He was like, "It means more to me." He's like, "What the fuck do you mean?" And so Chad was like, "To be honest, I don't think you could beat Gunther." And Sammy was like, "Dog, what?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't think you could beat him." So yeah, I actually like how real this was. Like, it was real. Like, Sammy was like,
Yep.
"Doug," he was like, "You're not the only one with a fucking family." He was like, "Hold up, like, I have a family." Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like,
Like, it
oh,
looks like he's gonna slap the shit out of fucking Chad for that. Like, bitch, it's not all about you.
yes. So then him and Gunther have this sit down contract signing, and Gunther basically says the same thing. He's like, yeah, I don't think you can beat me. And Sammy's like, no, I can beat you. He was like, yeah, you don't have it. It's like, it's something in you that doesn't have it. And I'm not even joking. Like, I don't want Sammy to beat him because I want Sammy to win the world title at Money in the Bank. And everybody's like, oh no, Sammy's going to win the Intercontinental title. No, I don't care. So then they did something really fucking awesome. And I'm not even joking. I mean, really fucking awesome. So after the segment, Sammy leaves. The camera follows Sammy into the back. Sammy walks past the Awesome Truth and DIY. He walks past them. The camera stops at Awesome Truth and DIY. They had this little back and forth and talked about Indu Shear. And they followed the Awesome Truth back out to the arena into the fucking. I was like, hold up. This was one continuous shot, mind you. This was not of, oh, we're going to cut to this camera, cut to this camera. It was one continuous shot from Sammy leaving to them coming out through a fucking. It was so good. It was so well done. I'm like, holy shit, they should have fired Kevin Dunn years ago. What the fuck? This was great.
You missed a funny joke too, where fucking R-Truth was like, I feel sorry for whoever's gonna face those two. And Miz is literally like, dude, we're gonna face those two.
Like
Oh shit.
that was fucking hilarious. And then fucking they lost. Well, I mean, well, not they lost. Indy Sheer lost. Like we knew Indy Sheer was going to lose, but it's like, what was the point? Like Indy Sheer lost. Awesome Truth in. So Awesome Truth is going to WrestleMania to be part of the Awesome Truth WrestleMania match. Yeah,
You're so happy about that.
yeah. And your thing is starting to pick up a lot more traction. Pulling down the two titles. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to happen. They're going to pull down two titles, and that's how we're going to get two championships. It's going to happen. It's great. And that's a thing. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want that to happen. Because I feel like that's too easy. I feel like that's too easy. I want one set of tag team champions, and then they split it up. And then we have another face to face with Chad Gable and Sammy, and they're basically talking the same shit that they just talked. And he said, Sammy, you can't do this. And then, like we see Punk and he's rehabbing. We're gonna get to that in a minute. That was fucking hilarious. That was hilarious. So then we had a back and forth with Seth Rollins and Drew. And Seth just basically keeps telling Drew, you just been talking shit. You can't get it done. You're not gonna get it done. You're just a bitch. And Drew's like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to be the champion everyone deserves. And you keep fucking around with them. And he's just like, no. The bloodline suits you. He's like, but it doesn't suit anybody else. He's like, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna beat you. And he's like, no, you're not. You're not gonna beat me. I'm gonna beat you. Now, what I'm talking about with the CM Punk thing is Drew fucking once again goes to TikTok. He starts working out. He's like, yeah, I just need to put on some music. And out of all fucking songs, he puts on Cry Me a River. And then he goes, yeah, he's like, today is arm day. I got to work out my pecs. And he just starts pumping. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. He is so fucking good. And it was just like this man, like he needs every dollar he's asking for. Whatever he's getting paid is not enough. This is the greatest hater. Like I've been telling Nigel McGuinness to get his hate up. There's no way you could even get that on this level, Nigel. There's no way. No matter what you say, you can't get on this level. This guy is a fuck amazing. Holy shit.
That should be his fucking like a moniker after that, like the greatest hater.
Yes. Like I can't wait till he wins the world championship because like holy shit, like he's so good. We get the
I'm gonna
new
be upset if he doesn't win it.
right. We get the New Day. They get qualified for this fucking tournament, so the New Day's in it, and we see Liv Morgan. She walks up and she tells Becky, "You better beat that bitch." It's like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care what anyone says because like everybody's coming around to this theory too. They're like, Rhea's going to win at WrestleMania. I'm like, yes, Rhea's going to win at WrestleMania, and Liv's going to be the one that shakes it because they keep positioning Liv. They keep positioning her in this title feud, and she keeps saying, "I'm going to take everything from Rhea." She keeps being positioned. It's like, dude, if you're not paying attention, it's right there in your face. It's going to be Liv that's going to take the title.
Yep.
Because like it,
You can see that. Anybody can see that, really.
yeah. Because like it honestly does mean more if Rhea beats Becky. Becky is the man, the one above all in the fucking business. She like she beats her at WrestleMania. Rhea gets elevated. Rhea is now at a fucking level that you're like, oh my god, Rhea's up there with Becky. Then Rhea loses the title to Liv, and now you have Liv right there too. It's like 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3. There you go. Great.
Yeah, there's levels of this shit,
Yes.
and it's perfect right there.
And then you see Seth talking to Cody, and Seth's like, "You're not that stupid." He's like, "No, no, no, I am stupid." He's like, "No, no, you can't be that stupid." He's like, "No, I am stupid. I'm gonna go alone." And Seth's like, oh, "Okay, sure." Then we had Becky versus Nia, and they fucked each other up. It was not like the Sky Blue and Chris Statlander in the match. It wasn't as gruesome. This was like, we still have to go to WrestleMania match, so we're just going to do some stuff, but we still have to go to WrestleMania. So we're not going to fight as hard, but yeah, we're going to try.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match too.
Yeah,
Like you said, well, not as gruesome, but it was okay.
yeah. And at the end, we get Becky and Rhea, and they have a stare down, and they're just looking at each other. And it goes off, and it's like, yeah, WrestleMania is going to be Becky versus Rhea. And we're like, yeah, we know that. And everything's
I thought they were gonna brawl, but I'm glad they didn't.
no. Becky was too fucked up to bro. Like her ass hurt after that leg drop off the fucking ladder. It was like, yeah, like
Yes.
she can't do anything. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. So
Yep.
still a little New Japan AEW news, which I'm fucking infuriated at. Like this, because this has been reported 3 different times from 3 different people. Well, actually, not even 3 different people from the same fucking person over and over in 3 different ways. This has been said, and each way is extremely different, which makes each way a fucking lie. So everything about this is a lie, and I swear to God, everything about this is a lie. So the Jack Perry story is Jack Perry's in New Japan, and he's been wrestling in New Japan. He made it to like the second, third round of the New Japan Cup. He's over there. So apparently, one story is, oh, Tony Khan and him never talked, and he just going to do this New Japan thing on his own. That's one story. Second story, they had a conversation, and like he apologized to Tony Khan, and then Tony Khan let him do this. Okay. Then the other one was, okay, so after everything went down, there was no communication for 6 months. Then, right before he was about to come back, Tony Khan was going to bring him back, but then CM Punk popped up on WWE, and they said, "Fuck you, Jack. We're not bringing you back no time soon." So Jack just did his own thing and went to New Japan, and then we said, "You know what, Jack? That's cool. You could do that." And then everybody gave a fuck, and it's like, what are these stories? Like, what are these fucking stories? Nothing of this makes sense. Nothing makes sense. What is this story? And it's by the same fucking
Like
person.
all the stories are so fucking different. It's like he's throwing fucking uh, um darts at fucking like a fucking thing. Like it's this. He don't know. He just guessing.
exactly. And it's like, why the fuck is it? It's why? Just like shut the fuck up and just say, oh, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm not gonna try. Like that's all you have to say is like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not gonna try. I'm not even just gonna say shit just for a fucking podcast or radio show. I'm just not gonna say anything. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna try. That's all you gotta say is like, I'm not gonna try. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. Instead of putting out three or four different things of just like bullshit, and it's like you literally contradict yourself. It's you saying this, and it's not like somebody else is saying it. It's you saying it. So it's like no one believes you now. Just stop.
I'm gonna make shit up.
That's exactly what happened. So now we go over to SmackDown Land, and it starts with Rey Mysterio coming out. Then they do this little segment with Santos. And Santos is talking about how much he hates Rey and how much he wants to end Rey and he's gonna beat Rey. And like, okay, cool. Like that's kind of cool. So
I
they
hate you, Ray.
no, I know you do, but Santos does also.
I love Santos.
So Santos is having this match, and then all of a sudden somebody pops up with a Rey Mysterio mask and an LWO shirt, and everyone's confused. It's Dominic. And Dominic pulls off the mask, and Rey's so confused he gets hit with a 619, and then the Phantom Driver, and then 1, 2, 3. Santos wins. And Dom is hanging out with Santos. So remember how I said it was 5 against 3? Well,
Mm-hmm.
here's number 4. And my theory, just a theory, not an Austin, but a regular theory. What if they put Andrade with them in this 10-man? They put Andrade with them in the 10-man, and everybody's having this match. But at the end of it, Andrade just goes, fuck you guys. I'm a race stand, and fuck you, Dom. I hate you. Now it sets up him and Dominic as a fucking program on Monday Night Raw. Also, it sets him up as a really good guy because he helped Ray, and everyone loves Ray. And it's like, okay,
That works perfectly. Like they did something similar to that in fucking AEW
yeah, and like
with fucking Pac and Cesaro.
exactly. So it would work, and you're like, oh shit, like this fucking works, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
So they showed a Bailey video package, and then they show Naomi, and Bailey starts apologizing to Naomi. And Bianca comes up, and angry Bianca says, dude, you beat everybody ass. Why the fuck haven't you apologized to me? Like, nobody believes this shit. Like, you just keep fucking around and just, like, lying to everybody. And Naomi was like, dude, just chill, just chill, just chill. Like, we got this. So she's like, dude, just chill. She's like, dude, chill. We got this. It's like,
You know what?
mm-hmm,
With your description, do you
mm-hmm.
know how that came across?
How?
She's a female Drew.
Yes, that's exactly what she is. She is the female Drew. That's her.
Like fuck the bloodline, fuck the bloodline. Yeah, but they helped me. But yeah, fuck the bloodline, fuck the bloodline. Like eventually,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna fuck around and help her out in a match. She's gonna be cool with it, but still, fuck damage control.
Exactly. Like
Fuck Bailey because she's the one that made him.
exactly. Like I could see that heel turn coming a mile away, even though like something gets set up later on. But also I feel like we're gonna have like the same exact angle play out twice. But I'll explain that later. But it just feels like it's
Mm-hmm.
the same exact angle going to play out twice, and it's going to be like weirdly not even on the same night, so people are going to be like, "Oh, this makes sense," and you're like, "Yeah, not really." So Bianca and Naomi are talking, and they're like doing the same shot again, and as they're doing this, Cody is on the side and he's signing autographs. I was like, "Oh shit, Cody's signing autographs," and nobody mentioned him. So
They never mention what's going on in the background.
yeah. So then we get Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They come out with their mashup theme song. I hate it. Not even good. And they face the OC, and it's like, dog, the OC already have a match WrestleMania weekend. They're fine. They have a tag team title match WrestleMania weekend. Don't care. They have a tag team match. I know they're going to lose. There's no point in them being in this tournament. They're like, no, we wanted them on TV. Okay. So
Could you imagine if they would have won though, and then like win both sets of titles on both shows? Like that now you fused all three titles.
dude, I would have been so mad. I'd have been so mad. So
Yes.
so now Austin Theory and Grayson Waller advance in a tournament. And then they have Braun Breaker. They have Braun Breaker, and they do this whole Braun Breaker thing about who he is, like give this whole video package. This was a nice video package, by the way. Like, not even joking.
It was.
This is one of them things where you're just like, holy shit, like Braun did all this shit? This is cool as fuck. But yeah, they're hyping him up because he's gonna be back on the show, I think next week. I think they said next week.
That's what my understanding. Next week, yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but that's what I understood too.
So we're getting Braun Breaker next week. And they recap Roman Reigns on the Pat McAfee show. And boy, oh boy, was that fucking great. Like, he's so good, like, just as a human. He's just so fucking good. And he literally said something that I've been saying. And, like, I feel like this is a thing. Roman literally goes, yo, we had a plan that we're going to execute. And the plan was me versus The Rock. It was a plan. Everything was planned out. Even he had a part to play. He didn't mention Cody. He said even he had a part to play. And then we had the Cody crybabies that changed everything. You changed the direction of a great story that we were trying to tell. He literally said, there was a great story we were trying to tell. We were trying to do something special, but now we have to change it because of you people. You got mad and made us change a story that we had a plan for. And it's like, yeah, we know what me and you, Renegade, know exactly what the plan was,
Yep.
which we still want to happen. The plan was literally for Cody to win the title down the road at fucking Madison Square Garden in this big ass fucking event. But because the Cody crybaby said, no, we have to have it now, they screwed everything up.
Because it has to happen at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the spot. Like, no, it isn't.
Yeah. So then we get Naomi. She comes out. And then all of a sudden, they play EO's music. And Damage Control is out there. And they're just out there. And they're just out there. The music is still going. And they're just out there. And I'm like, okay, EO's going to attack Naomi from behind, right? She's going to attack her from behind.
That's what I thought.
And then they cut to the back. And EO is beating the shit out of Bayley. She fucked Bayley up. I was like, oh, this was nothing I saw coming at all. And then EO beat her up, and they pulled EO off of her, and she goes out and wrestles a match against Naomi. And I was like, what the fuck? This was great. Like, this was great. And
funny part, like part of that, like I actually thought that it was fucking Bayley whooping her ass.
That would have been funny. So
yeah.
They had a good match, Naomi and EO, and EO beats Naomi, and then after the match, Damage Control beats the shit out of Naomi, and then Bianca comes in to help her. Bianca comes in, saves her, so they're a tag team. They're going for the tag team titles, probably. So there you go.
I see that.
So there goes a WrestleMania thing. But once again, they're also outnumbered. They're really outnumbered. But, you know, when they play a video package and they announce that Jade is now signed to the SmackDown brand. And she'll be debuting next week. So, doesn't that come off kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Like it's right there.
Yep. So funny enough, during the week we had this little exchange with LA Knight talking about, yo, if you don't show up on SmackDown, I'll show up where you are. And like we joked about it, was like, yeah, he's gonna go through his house. Yo, the '90s are back. So we get back to the arena. Bianca's trying to help Naomi, but all of a sudden, this woman that we haven't seen in so long returns and says some shit to Bianca, and that woman is Tiffany Stratton. So Tiffany's back. So
Like, how long she been out? Like, I feel like she's been out for like a month. That's probably like really wrong, but yeah.
it's been about 2-3 weeks. So here's my thinking: is like they could switch off Tiffany and Bianca and have Jade and Naomi as a team, and I would be okay with that. And Jade wins the tag titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That would be okay. So then we get this funny ass segment with Pretty Deadly, and they're trying to complain about not being in the tag title tournament. And then Kevin Owens is back there, and he's like, because he's talking to Nick Aldis, but he's talking to him about the U.S. title match. And so he tells Nick Aldis, he's like, yeah, he was like, we can have a tag team title match. Tag team match against these guys. So then Randy Orton shows up and scares the shit out of the blonde one. And they basically say they're going to have a tag team match next week. And then all of a sudden, Pretty Deadly is talking. And all of a fucking sudden, just
No,
double.
no. All this is like, I wouldn't stand that close to each other if I were you. Remember that line.
And then all of a sudden, double knockout from KO. And then Kevin just yells, Randy, I did it again. Did you see it? I did it again.
I got them both.
That shit was hilarious.
All this part was important though, because like all this warned him. Like he saw it coming.
And I want to give a shout out to Nick Aldis and like get well soon because he tore his tricep and still came to work.
Oh shit, poor guy.
So then we had fucking AJ Styles get jumped by LA Knight. The cops come out and separate the two. We are so back to wrestling. We are so back. This is so 90s era. We're back. Holy shit.
Like that was really reminiscent of fucking Triple H breaking into like what you call it, home, Randy's home.
Yes. We're so back. This is so good. I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god, like we got the fucking signs last week. We're getting cursing. We're getting break-ins again, and it's like, yeah, we're back. Like wrestling is back.
Yep.
And I know somebody out there is probably like, oh, but you guys were talking about the break-in with fucking Swerve. It was him in a house alone with a baby. Like, there was nothing cool about that. If it was him and Hangman, that would be cool. But you're in a house with a baby. Like, there was
Like
nothing.
what was he supposed to do? Beat up the baby? That's weird as shit.
Yeah, like there was nothing to do. It was like if they would have had a fight in the house, I'd have been like, oh yeah, no, we're back. But no, that's a thing. It's over.
Like they were like Nana and Swerve were upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at one point they're like near the stairway and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What if like fucking Hangman was there and then they fall off the fucking stairway or one of them falls off that shit or something, you know? Like that would make a pretty epic like scene.
Yeah, that shit would have been cool. But like, yeah, like it is what it is, and like, so then we get back to the stupid tag tournament with fucking AOP versus the Street Profits, and Street Profits won. Like, I did not see AOP winning this at all, so I was like, yeah, the Street Profits win. But like, it makes no sense because they're gonna fucking wind up fighting anyway, because it's gonna wind up them doing some dumb shit anyway. It's like, it's stupid. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of any of these fucking tournaments. Every tournament is stupid. And like,
fuck tournaments.
Yeah, like for the time being, fuck tournaments because nobody has booked a tournament actually good. Like, holy shit. And then we get Roman Reigns pulling up to the building, and he's ready to come out and do his segment. And he gets out there, and then Cody comes out, and they have a face to face and talk about wrestling again. And Cody brings up the fact that he beat them for the tag titles. And Roman says, listen, Steph is supposed to be your shield. Remember what happened to me in the shield? He was the one who beat me. I mean, it was all of this stuff. He was like, so how could you trust him? Yada, yada, yada. It was a bunch of bullshit. I mean, to me, like, this promo, like, it was nothing to make me go, oh my God, I'm so ready to see this match. It just was like, it was there.
At the same time, they kind of remind me of that shit because I totally forgot that the Rhodes brothers beat them for the fucking tag team titles.
No, I totally remember, but like, it was like there was no new information that was unearthed. It was like they were both trying to drop a wedge in between both of their partners because he's like, because Cody even said, "Oh, like who's in charge, the final boss or the tribal chief?" And Roman goes, "Dog, you said that to him too. So like it's not gonna work. Like we both know that you said this line. It's not gonna work." And it's like none of this made sense to me. It's like whatever. That's how it felt because like it was no shock value or nothing. And then at the end, Roman snaps his fingers, plays the song, and then Jimmy and Solo come out and they surround him. And Corey's like, "See, Cody didn't pay attention. He didn't think this one through." And then I'm just like, "Yes, he did. He thought this one through because he did."
Because the funny part, I fucking text you right before when everything started because they both said a line and shit. But go ahead.
And then here comes Seth and Jay Uso. So everybody's out there, and that's how the show went off. And Cody's not stupid. And it's like, yeah.
Because fucking Roman was like, I'm trustworthy. Like, yeah, I'm a man of my word. And Cody's like, yeah, I'm as much as a man of my word as you are. And just by hearing that, I'm like, yeah, all of you are full of shit and everybody is there.
Like that's exactly like soon as they said, yeah, like you trust me, and I was like, Doug, like soon as they said the first trust line, I was like, oh, so everybody's there. Okay, cool, whatever. Like I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I did not feel like super excited for this pay per view. I didn't feel. I don't feel excited for the show now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm super excited for Roman versus Cody now. Like I'm more excited. I don't feel more excited. I'm still more Rock versus Cody than this. Like, how,
Honestly, I feel like it's ruined.
I mean, of course it's ruined because like they did all of this fucking convoluted bullshit. Like, if we would have just got Rock versus Roman, none of this would have happened. Like, we wouldn't have had this story. They would have did the injury angle, took Cody out. We would have had Rock versus Roman. Like, none of this would have like none of us would have a problem right now. We would just be like, oh my god, we're getting Rock versus Roman. Oh my god, they're still talking about their family, and like it would have just been going further and further. You've been like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That would have been great, but the fact that we had to put Cody back in it, we had to put this person in it, and Seth in it, and just like it's super convoluted. It's like, eh.
We didn't have to put him back in it. Like, me personally, like, I would have upset a lot of people. I would have continued as planned. Like, fuck it. Fuck y'all. Fuck you, Cody Carbabies. Boo as much as you want, but this is what the plan. This is what we're gonna do. This is the match. Fuck you. Like fucking Camp WWE. Fuck you. Done.
Like I would have did it too, like because it was no reason for you to change course and be like, oh, we have to do this. Like I understand, like you're
Yeah.
trying to make the people happy, and it was like we could have just like moved on and just had like this one thing and been fine. And they're like, no, 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 we have to do this.
But that's just it though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lord Voldemort, name I'm not gonna say, right?
Mm-hmm.
One said, right? I'm gonna give you what you want because you don't know what you want and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody bitching, oh, it should have been WrestleMania, it should have been WrestleMania. If they just would have let this played out, and like go like your whole thing, fucking Madison Square Garden, like the anniversary of the whole story and all that, right?
Hmm.
Everybody would have been so fucking happy, but they're blinded right now. They're not seeing that they're actually hurting Cody with this shit. Like it would have been much better then.
Yeah, but
Cause
they.
like, okay,
Mhm.
Cody wins. Now what?
Well, they're gonna turn on him in a month
Yeah,
because just like friend of the show Issa said, like you guys are bitching and bitching and bitching, but soon as you get what you want, you're gonna turn. Like no one's gonna give a fuck. Like it's all ruined. It's fucking ruined.
exactly.
Like I really wish they would have stuck to the plan. Like this is one time I would have wished they just would have stuck to the plan and said fuck you guys. Cause like this is what was gonna happen. Cody literally was going to get attacked. Cody was going to get injured, and he was going to be out for a few months, and we were going to go back to him eventually. We were just going to have Rock and Roman. Like Cody was going to get injured on that SmackDown, but everybody kept bitching, everybody kept bitching, everybody kept bitching, and now here we are. Like we're in this conundrum that we can't get out of. But
Actually, my opinion, and
mm-hmm,
I'm probably wrong. You probably got the exact story the way it is, right?
mm-hmm.
I think the injury angle was exactly when Cody passed it along to The Rock and whatever. Because, like, why else would he pass it along? You know what I mean? Like, so maybe, storyline wise, in his mind, dog, I'm hurt, so fuck it. Rock, you handle it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like nobody would have brought it. Like the thing was supposed to be was like he was gonna get attacked. Like the thing he wasn't supposed to be like, yo, like Rock, here you go. It was he was gonna get attacked and then tell the Rock like, yo, I can't do it. I can't make WrestleMania. You have to do it. And Rock would have been like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Because like that's what was supposed to happen. But like this just it just didn't go right. And like everybody, like I swear to God, everybody just really thinking about, oh my God, this is like it's so perfect and this is how it's supposed to go. And I can't wait until they literally say, this was the plan. Cody was gonna get hurt. He was going to win the title at a later date, Madison Square Garden, 40th year anniversary. This is how it was supposed to go. The fans wanted it now. Now look. Now look at where we're at. Like we're at the point where everybody hates Cody. It's like, well, no, but we wanted him to win the title, but it would have meant more later on. But okay.
Yeah.
Like people tried to get the whole we want Chad Gable to win the title. And like I part of me was like, oh yeah, I agree. But at the same time, it's like, no. I feel like it would be a better job if he beats Sammy and then we get the title on Chad Gable eventually. Because Chad Gable is still around the IC title. He keeps talking and he's around the IC title. He's right there. And you're like, oh shit, that's right. He is right around the IC championship. It's everybody involved around and Chad's right there. But like part of me was like he should win it at WrestleMania. Now I'm like, no, I think he should win it at a later date. Same thing with Liv. Like, oh,
I was
Liv,
just about to bring that up.
yeah, she should
Good
win it at
point. Yeah.
WrestleMania. No, she should win it at a later date because Gunther is seeming more unstoppable being at this great big WrestleMania and beating Sammy. When Chad wins, it just means more. Liv beating the person who beat Becky, she wins a title. It just means more. And it's like you see how these things play out. And it's like, okay, yeah, like no, I bitched for like the first 5 seconds was like, oh, thinking it through, it means more. Like that's why this Cody thing doesn't mean as much. It's like, yeah, he wins the title. He is the person who's supposed to take it off of Roman. There's no doubt about it. He
Yes.
is. When? Not now. It's just not now.
Definitely not at WrestleMania. Like he shouldn't even be at WrestleMania right now. Like he should be quote unquote injured.
Yeah, and the funny part is like they have done the sports bets online because they're usually most of the time right. The sports bets have already come out, and Cody is the favorite. It's like Cody's the favorite to win the title, and he's going to beat Roman. And it's like, dog, like not only is like it beating the record, but also like having this big historic thing. It needs more if you just let it play out. And they're like, nope, he has to win a title now. He has to win a title now. And listen, in fucking 3 months, everybody starts bitching and complaining about Cody being a boring ass champion. Like he's not like he has nothing to hold his hat on. Like, hey, listen, I gotta finish the story. It's like, no, you finish the story. Like, now what? I'm the champion, so I get to defend the title. And I'm defending the title. And you haven't said nothing to make us go, oh, you know what? That makes sense. It's gonna be really boring. And I know people are like, oh, but when he wins the title later on down the line, like you're gonna say the same thing. No, because when he wins the title later on down the line, there's gonna be somebody with money in the bank that's gonna be running after him. Like I know we have money in the bank right now, senior money in the bank, but like he's not winning the title right now. But like that person is going to be running after him. So he's going to have somebody chasing him. He's going to be looking over his shoulder. We're going to have a story. And then by the time that happens, we're going to be rolling right back around into this season again because we're going to be slowly creeping through fucking Survivor Series, through the end of the year, right in the Royal Rumble territory. We're going to be moving right along, and nobody's going to bitch about Cody because it's going to be, all right, we're starting to build to the next challenger, to the big WrestleMania match. Who's it going to be? What's going to happen? But right now, it's just like, oh, he's going to win the title. Okay, now what? Like, I could tell you exactly what happens. He wins the title. We go to SummerSlam. He faces The Rock. Everybody's just going to give a fuck up after that. They're like, all right, he beat The Rock. Now what? I don't know. He beat the final boss. All right. Now what?
Yeah, because exactly that, the final boss.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think that's so important. And a lot of people are totally throwing this away. I don't think he's just the final boss. He's the final boss before you get to the title. That's what I feel like.
Yes.
Like, because a lot of people are just like, oh, he's the final boss. No, I feel like he's the final boss before you get to the title. Everybody's like, no, he's the last guy before you get to the place that you're supposed to get to.
Yeah.
And like once people put that together, it's like, oh my god, he is the final boss before he gets to the championship. It's like, yeah, like we literally burnt the WrestleMania for nothing. Like we could have had Rock versus Roman, but at 40, but no, now we gotta wait till next year and have Rock versus Roman. Sure. Okay. So yeah. Anything.
Fuck that.
Oh wow, I was gonna ask you, do you have anything to say? But you said fuck that. So yeah. Guess that's how we end this program. Fuck that.